Hey, I hope that you are staying warm in these freezing temperatures that we're having. Now, remember, in these freezing temperatures, it's always good practice to wrap or put a cover over your hose bibs, insulate your exterior water lines, and drip a faucet to prevent pipes from freezing. Now, the weather may be cold outside, but the market is still pretty high, but it's starting to cool down a little bit. For the second week in a row, we've had around 200 homes more hit the market than what's sold. Now, over the past 7 days, we had 729 houses added to the market, while only 559 sold. Now, we did have 797 properties go pending, which shows a little uptick that will help clear out some of those 200 homes that were added. Now, sellers are still thinking that the market today is the market of 2021. This is evident by there being 715 listings having price changes. Houses that are staying on the market are either overpriced and bad condition, or they're either overpriced and in bad condition, so they're not priced right for the condition that they're in. Now, as of today, there were 3,595 listings on the MLS, which means 20% of those listings on the MLS saw a price reduction. Now, to give you an idea of the overall numbers for January so far, there were 2,098 homes added to the market and only 1,867 sold. Now, there were 1,887 houses that went pending, and a staggering 1,615 homes saw price changes, while 305 listings have expired so far. Inventory is still low, and we are still in a seller's market, but as we get closer to the normal selling season this spring, I feel that the inventory is going to increase, adding more choices for buyers and more time on the market for sellers. Now, if you're thinking about selling in 2022, you may want to not wait until spring to make that move. Now, as you plan out your goals for the year, moving up your dream home may top the list, right? But how do you know when to make that move? You want to time it just right so that you can get the most out of the sale of your current house. You also want to know you're making a good investment when you're buying your new home. So what you may not realize is that the opportunity to get the best of both worlds is already here. You don't want to wait until spring to spring into action, right? The current market conditions make this winter an ideal time to move, and here is why. The number of homes on the market is still low. Today's limited supply of houses for sale is putting sellers in the driver's seat. There are far more buyers in the market today than there are homes available. And that means buyers are eagerly waiting for your house. Now, listing your house now makes it the center of attention. As a seller, that means when it's priced correctly, right, because we don't want to have a price change, you can expect it to sell quickly and get multiple strong offers this season. Now, just remember, experts project that more inventory will come to the market as we move through the winter months and get into the spring. The Realtor.com 2022 forecast said that after years of declining, the inventory of homes for sale is finally expected to rebound from all-time lows. Now, selling now may help you maximize the return on your investment before your house has to face more competition from other sellers. Now, another reason why your equity is growing in record amounts. Right? Current homeowners are sitting on record amounts of equity thanks to today's home price appreciation. I mean, we just saw it 27% from June of 2020 to June of 2021 on average. Now, according to the latest report from CoreLogic, the average homeowner gained $56,700 in equity over the past 12 months. That much equity can open up doors for you to make the move now. If you've been holding off on selling because you're worried about how rising prices will impact your own home search, rest assured your equity can help fuel your next move. It may be just what you need to cover a large portion, if not all of the down payment on your next purchase. And it gives you some flexibility when negotiating appraisals. Now, while rising mortgage rates are historically still low, in January of last year, mortgage rates hit the lowest point ever recorded. Now, today, rates are starting to rise. Over the past few weeks, we've seen it go up 1%. But that doesn't mean that you've missed out on locking in a low rate. Now, current mortgage rates are still far below what they've been in recent decades. Just remember, before COVID, they were about 3.5 to 3 3/4. And in the 2000s, the average mortgage rate was 6.27. And in the 90s, the average rate was 8 1/4. Now, even with mortgage rates rising above 3%, they're still worth taking advantage of. You just won't have to do it sooner rather than later, right? And so experts are projecting rates will continue to rise throughout the year. And when they do, it'll cost you more to purchase your next home. So you're going to be paying more for less. Now, home prices are going to keep rising with time. According to industry leaders, home prices will also continue appreciating this year. Now, while experts are forecasting that there's going to be a more moderate home price growth than last year, it's important to note that prices will still be moving in an upward direction through 2022. What does that mean for you? If you're selling so that you can move into a bigger home or downsize to a home of your dreams, you want to consider moving now because rates and prices rise further. It's going to cost you more. If you're ready, you have to have that opportunity to get ahead of the curve by purchasing your next home before rates and prices climb even higher. So if you're considering selling to move up or downsize, this may be the moment for you, especially with today's low mortgage rates and the limited inventory. Let's connect today and we can start looking at what your current home is going to be selling for, what the market conditions are, how long it may stay on the market for, where we need to price it, and what we need to do to help you get into your next home. I hope you have a great weekend and stay warm out there.